She needs a screwdriver for what? Hello ladies and gents of all ages. I have been lurking around for a while and decided to share a delightful tale about a lady. Mandatory. English is not my first language, so please go easy on me. I was in my younger days as a salesman handling the ceramic tile department at one of the largest retailers in our country. We will call them Doberman. Me and my coworkers were having a pretty relaxed day, since the autumn sales were ending. Normally we would not have the time to stand idle and have a chat, but today was one of those days, and close to quitting time as well. In comes a lady, pretty weirdly dressed, and starts running around the store. She was wearing a weird coat, but other than that nothing that would really make her stand out, for now. We asked politely if we can assist her and what is it that she is looking for, since it looked like she did not know what she was looking for exactly. She just gave us a weird smile and took off. We said okay, and left her to do her thing. Half an hour later we notice her walking around with one of those gardening hatchets, the ones you would use for making splinters to start a fire or cut off small branches. We noticed that the security guard was following her and he was keeping his distance while talking in his radio. That's when we became nervous and asked what's wrong. He told us that she grabbed that hatchet and started to chop down the small trees and bushes in the gardening section, and when an employee noticed her and asked her what she is doing, she ran away with the hatchet in hand, and he was radioed in to follow her. As we were talking to the guard, the lady comes up to us, hatchet in hand, and asks us where the screwdrivers are. We got a bit nervous and asked her what kind and what for. She replied, "And I issue not, the screwdriver is better for stabbing someone and that the hatchet was not good for that." We remained shell-shocked for a second, and the guard radioed for backup and requested to have the police and ambulance over there. 2 more guards arrived while we made sure she did not leave, trying to talk to her and keep her mind occupied, and they took her into the guard office. Since that day, the tool and gardening section had guards keeping an extra eye out on them. You do meet all kinds when working in retail, and lucky no one got hurt, except the poor trees. Only a turkey breast of exactly 8 pounds will do. About this time last year, I was working in the meat department of the grocery store I am still working at. This time of year all the whole turkeys and turkey breasts start coming in and going on sale. Well, we had a sale of turkey breasts for like 69 cents per pound. We had completely ran out of turkey breasts and our new order of breasts had just arrived. Outside of the department, there were hordes of angry customers wanting their turkey breasts. Once we get the truck unloaded and we got our pallets of turkey breasts to the department, we had to still weigh them and put a price on them before we could start giving them out to the customers. So we pull on of the pallets right next to our scale and tag printer, and we have 4 guys working to get the turkey breasts weighed and tagged. One guy was on top of the pallet and handing them to the guy who would set them on the scale, and then a guy would move the breast off the scale and tag it. Then they would finally hand it to me so I could give it to the customer. Well, the first customer in line was an older lady that was nicely dressed and obviously well off. So we get the first breast weighed and tagged and I walk over to hand it to her. Well, she didn't want the one I handed her initially and requested an 8 pounds breast. Well, after going through probably 20 turkey breasts we come across one that is 7.91 pounds. I figure that would do, but she said no very impatiently and repeated herself saying she wanted an 8 pounds turkey breast. This made me pretty angry considering that there are at least 20 customers waiting in line behind her while we spend 10 to 15 looking for an 8 pounds turkey breast. Finally we come across one that is 7.97 pounds and I hand it to her. And sure enough, that's not good enough. Now I am visibly upset with her at this point, which I only think made her even more stubborn. Well, not long after, we find one that is 8.02 pounds and I basically tell her to take it or leave it, and she finally decided that it will do and sarcastically thanked me for finding one for her. Once she had left, we cleared out the line in less than 2 to 3 minutes because mostly everyone was happy with whatever they were handed. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.